Air combat experts in China, the United States, and Europe are keen to learn which tactics, strategies, and technologies proved effective or ineffective in what essentially amounts to a proxy air battle between China and the West. Douglas Berry, Senior Fellow, International Institute for Strategic Studies, IISS. In a high-stakes aerial clash that could influence the future of air combat strategy, a fierce dogfight between Indian and Pakistani jets has propelled China's J-10C Vigorous Dragon into the global defense spotlight, which shot down 6 Indian fighter jets in recent clash with Pakistan. Preliminary reports suggest the Chinese-made fighter have outperformed France's Rafale in beyond-visual-range missile engagements. Citing multiple sources, including 2 U.S. officials interviewed by Reuters, Pakistan Air Force, PAF, J-10C fighters are believed to have downed at least 2 Indian Air Force, IAF jets in the early stages of the most recent India-Pakistan air skirmish. The incident represents a notable milestone in combat deployment for China's leading 4.5-generation multi-role aircraft. Produced by Chengdu Aircraft Industry Group, KEG, the J-10C is equipped with an AESA radar, cutting-edge electronic warfare systems, and the long-range PL-15 air-to-air missile, widely seen as China's answer to the U.S. AIM-120D and Europe's Meteor. Pakistan revealed its procurement of the J-10C fighter jets in December 2021, strategically aligning the arrival of the first batch with the country's Republic Day celebrations on March 23, 2022. The initial 6 aircraft were officially commissioned into the No. 15 Cobras Squadron at Minhas Air Base in Kamra on March 11, 2022. Since then, the fleet has grown, with credible reports suggesting that Pakistan is in advanced negotiations to acquire as many as 60 units. This move goes beyond simple fleet modernization. It signals Pakistan's intent to establish long-range air dominance in a region increasingly crowded with cutting-edge fighter jets and advanced missile systems. Regional defense analysts have described the recent aerial engagement as one of the most expansive and technologically advanced air battles in recent times. More than 125 fighter aircraft from both Pakistan and India reportedly launched concurrent sorties, engaging primarily in long-range missile exchanges at standoff distances surpassing 160 kilometers. Pakistan's Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar strongly criticized India's performance in the recent aerial encounters, stating that the much-publicized Rafale jets had failed miserably, and describing Indian pilots as utterly incompetent. He further noted that while Pakistan's Air Force had the capacity to bring down a larger number of enemy aircraft, up to 10 or 12, strict orders were given to engage only those that had opened fire. These remarks were echoed by Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, who confirmed that the Pakistan Air Force, PAF, had also successfully targeted an Indian Mirage 2000 in later stages of the conflict. One of the most notable incidents reportedly involved a PAF J-10C downing an Indian Rafale from a distance of 182 kilometers using a PL-15 missile. Equipped with an AESA radar seeker and capable of reaching near Mach 4 speeds, the missile struck its target while the Pakistani fighter remained within its own airspace, a development that caught the attention of Western defense analysts and strategists. According to CNN, the engagement marked a significant shift in modern air warfare, with both Indian and Pakistani jets exchanging long-range missile fire without violating each other's airspace, reflecting a growing reliance on next-generation beyond visual range (BVR) combat doctrine. This may be the most advanced missile China has ever fielded, now tested against what many consider the West's top-tier multi-role combat jet, said Douglas Berry, Senior Fellow at the International Institute for Strategic Studies, IISS. He further noted, air power experts across China, the United States, and Europe will be eager to examine the real-world effectiveness of the weapons, strategies, and tactics used, both successful and otherwise, in what amounts to a proxy aerial confrontation between Chinese and Western systems. The impact of this aerial confrontation extends well beyond the South Asian theater, drawing significant attention from Western defense manufacturers, military strategists, and policymakers. Their focus is on assessing the real-world performance of China's evolving air power capabilities, especially the PL-15 missile, which has long been on the radar of U.S. and NATO air forces. Highlighting its strategic significance, a U.S. defense industry executive commented, The PL-15 poses a serious challenge. It's something the U.S. military watches very closely, emphasizing the missile's potential to disrupt the current balance in air combat superiority. It remains unclear whether Indian Rafale jets were equipped with the advanced Meteor missile during the recent engagement, or if they instead relied on the older Mykiel BVR system. While the Meteor's maximum range remains classified, Western defense officials concede that its air-breathing ramjet propulsion, while highly capable, may still fall short of the PL-15's extended reach, driven by its conventional rocket motor. Byron Callan, managing partner at Capital Alpha Partners, cautioned that global assessments will follow. Comprehensive reviews will be launched worldwide to distinguish actual system performance from variables such as pilot skill, engagement protocols, and the inherent uncertainty of real combat. In China, the successful deployment of the J-10C is likely to be seen as a powerful endorsement of the country's advancing aerospace capabilities, marking a shift from decades of reliance on Soviet-era designs to the development of homegrown platforms, sensors, and missile technologies across the full spectrum of air combat. Developed by the China Airborne Missile Academy, KMA, under AVIC, the PL-15 has been a central source of concern for U.S. defense planners since at least 2017. Its emergence played a key role in prompting the rapid development of the AIM-260 Joint Advanced Tactical Missile, JATM, currently being produced by Lockheed Martin. The PL-15E, the missile's export version, is believed to offer a maximum range of roughly 145 kilometers, placing it well ahead of other export-oriented BVR missiles, such as the American AIM-120C and the Russian R-77-1, in terms of reach. Meanwhile, the version fielded by the People's Liberation Army Air Force, PLAAF, reportedly boasts a striking distance of up to 300 kilometers, granting Chinese fighters the potential to eliminate threats before enemy aircraft come within range of their own weapons. The missile family incorporates a dual-pulse solid rocket motor, which provides continuous propulsion during both mid-flight and terminal phases. This feature enhances maneuverability and significantly increases the likelihood of intercepting agile, evasive targets. Fitted with a radar seeker utilizing active electronically scanned array, AESA technology, the missile is engineered to operate reliably in contested electromagnetic environments, offering strong resistance to jamming, an essential capability in today's electronically saturated battlespace. The PL-15 and its export variant, the PL-15E, have already been integrated across several frontline Chinese fighter platforms, including the J-20 stealth fighter, the multi-role J-16, and the versatile J-10C. This integration significantly boosts standoff engagement capability, enabling these aircraft to strike well beyond traditional visual range limits. Regionally, the deployment of the PL-15 series marks a major shift in the air combat balance, particularly for China and key partners such as Pakistan. Pakistan has become the first confirmed international operator of the PL-15E, incorporating it into both its JF-17 Block 3 and J-10C fleets. Meanwhile, in Europe, the MBDA Meteor is undergoing a midlife upgrade aimed at improving propulsion and guidance systems. However, progress has been sluggish, and the recent high-profile use of the PL-15E may influence the urgency and direction of those development efforts. There remains uncertainty over whether Pakistan is fielding the export-grade PL-15E or a more advanced configuration similar to the version used by the People's Liberation Army Air Force, PLAAF. Douglas Barry, senior fellow at the IISS, suggested that Pakistan most likely fields the export version, but emphasized that even the downgraded PL-15E appears significantly more advanced than Western experts initially anticipated. As India assesses its performance and anticipates future challenges, particularly the possibility of a two-front conflict, the recent J-10C versus Rafale engagement is expected to have far-reaching implications. The outcome will likely shape military doctrine, influence procurement priorities, and recalibrate strategic partnerships from Washington to New Delhi. Finally, Indian Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, has admitted the loss of fighter jet in clash with Pakistan, which proved clearly the superiority of J-10C over Rafale.